Well, you won't believe where I'm at. I'm at a water park. We are here in our hometown of Mitchell, South Dakota, and basically what happened was they are wanting to restore these water slides because they are actually 20 years old here this year, and they kind of look about 20 years old, if not more. And you see that little spot we did right there? So we're gonna go through and restore these things back to their former glory. So there's 3 slides here that you guys are gonna see us do. This is probably gonna be a pretty long video, a lot of time lapses, things like that. I wanna capture as much as I can. But instead of polishing these out like we do with farm equipment, what we're actually be doing is a industrial coating that is spray applied. It needs to be 2 mils thick, right gun setup. I mean, there's a whole bunch of stuff. So rather than removing the oxidation via polishing, what we're gonna do is we're gonna scuff these all up and spray them, much like a painter would on a car. As you can see, I think this thing stands 34 foot tall with my measuring tool. But yeah, I mean, you can see these are just old, faded, just not looking the hottest here. But you can see I did one little spot right here, and that's what we're gonna make them look like. So these suckers are gonna look brand new from many, many years. We're not sure what's going on here. This is a different story. But on this red, you can see this one spot here. Man, that's just water from the rain and stuff. But yeah, going from that to that, that's pretty drastic change. So we're out here basically doing that. It's a big project. I mean, look how big that is. I mean, it goes woo, 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 down and out. Now, we're not doing the inside yellow portions because with any coating, doesn't matter what it is, a coating will eventually erode away through physical abrasion, and with hundreds of thousands of gallons running through that, that is a form of abrasion. So with that being said, we're not doing the inner yellow parts where the water is going to be traveling down. I guess in theory it would make it super slick and better, I guess, but I don't know how long that would last. But today, what you guys are going to see is we're going to prep and coat that orange one, and then hopefully here in the next week here, because we're kind of at the mercy of weather, do these 2. But yeah, so we're going to get started here and show you guys maybe a few new products and stuff like that. Okay, so we got our lift here. We got our pressure washer, air compressor, some all-purpose cleaner, and red Scotch Brite. Now we're gonna start prepping this thing. You know what's crazy too? I've actually never ran one of these lifts before in my life. I'm actually pretty dang good at it. Drove it all the way in here. Got it set up right where it needed to go. So we'll see how we do here. Get this thing fired up. Okay. And now we're gonna wash our water slide. Never thought I'd say that. Let's see what kind of damage we can do. All right, so as you can see here, we're prepping this side right now. We got this side all Scotch Brighted and scrubbed in a way, for lack of better terms. Matt's working on the other side. Hopefully the time lapse captured quite a bit of the good stuff. You never know. But I think what I'm gonna do now quick is work on this little area here. But yeah, as you can see, tons of junk, filth. Okay, this is halfway our setup here. So the product we're using is IGL Aegis. It's a product that you spray on and it covers all the oxidation, stuff like that. So we got everything kind of halfway set up here on the table. I still gotta mix it all up and do all that fun stuff. But on the slide over here, this one is fully prepped and ready to be sprayed. We're just waiting on an air hose. It's the one thing we kind of forgot, so we're buzzing over and grabbing that real quick. As you can see, this is all flat as can be, ready to be done. Same thing on this side, so you can see it's all scuffed up. Oxidation is pretty much all gone. Now we're just gonna take a wax and grease remover and wipe it all down. That way we make sure don't have any like dirt, dust, things like that, because you can see this one from the ground. After messing around with all the filters, plugs and stuff, I'm ready to spray. How goofy do I look? Wow. Look a little bit of a unicorn here. Anyway, all gillied up, ready to start spraying. Well, I just got done with the tack layer. Sorry, trying to figure out the gun setup and things like that here, you know, for the wind and everything like that. But that ain't too bad just for a tack layer, honestly. Now I'm gonna go through and actually spray it. The other issue too is that there's some bugs sticking onto it here. Yeah, see, and those little bit of black dots, that is the graphene in the actual coating to help preserve the oxidation and stuff like that. So look at this, that is 12 foot down. Yeah, now I got to go through and actually hit all this. I'm gonna try and blend this up into the tunnel as best as I can here, but yeah. You know, the other crappy thing too is I'm at 20% battery life right now, so you guys might die on me, but we'll play it by ear. Okay, it is currently Sunday. We didn't do any work yesterday because of the wind and weather, so we're kind of at the mercy of that. I've been here for the last hour and a half, give or take, working on this blue one here now. I got that section, that one, and that one all prepped on this face. Now I just moved to the lift. I had to drive it all the way out and around, back, down, through there, and got it set up there. So I might bring you guys up there with, depending upon battery life, because of course I'm at 15%. Even though I let it charge for over an hour, so I think my batteries are going to crap. But what I thought I'd show you is on this blue one here. So that is completely untouched up there. And this is prepped and sprayed. And I mean, you could just see the shine on it. And it's not sticky, it's not, you know, it's, yeah. The yellow looks pretty good. Not the greatest, but you know, just add a little bit of shine to it. What I am most impressed though is by the orange one that we did. And I was kind of worried yesterday because it was kind of tacky yet. I was like, ooh, what's going on here with this product? Turns out I just needed a fully cure. But yeah, Look at that. I mean, it literally looks brand new. Granted, there is a little bit of overspray and stuff like that you can see, but to the untrained eye, nobody will ever see that. And then overnight, there's nothing I could do about it, but there was a few bugs on there that ended up getting stuck to it. But again, there's absolutely nothing I can do about it because I can't cover it up with plastic or anything like that while it's curing. But I mean, she is shiny now. I mean, you can see the individual lines in the pool and stuff like down there versus before. I mean, you couldn't even see anything in the reflection. It's just going to get better and better as it fully cures here. I think full cure time is roughly 7 days. I think it's okay after 6 if I did the catalyst right, which basically speeds up the reaction or the cure time. But yeah, other than that, I might bring you guys with up in the lift, and we might go prep the backside of this here until the GoPro dies. So see you there. Okay, so now we're fully extended. I'm still not close enough, so then I have to go ahead and use this helper arm here and extend this out while also trying to weasel it, because this lift actually doesn't fit directly through here, so you have to bring it up, over, and just like kind of shimmy it in almost. And now, oh yeah. And then also, look at the view and all the hornets that are kind of going up in there, but there's no nest. Yeah, that's the only crappy thing. There's a lot of hornets up here. All right, we're on the home stretch on the top of the blue slide little area where there's not very great paint there. So got some stuff to paint match from a different section that we did, but otherwise this morning we hit all the yellow, or the lip, because we're not doing the inside part where the water goes down and the kids ride and stuff like that, because that would be redundant due to the physical abrasion of the water and the people going down, all that. But yeah, that's an impressive difference right there. I mean, when you walk by, you can actually see your reflection in it. But yeah, turned out really, really good. And there's actually, sad thing is, one spot or one section in this red slide where it's like, looks so good compared to some of the other sections. And that has to deal with when we're spraying this, having an area that we start and stop. You can kind of see some blend lines, things of that nature, or orange peel, as it's known in like automotive finish wise. But if you look at like a spot, for instance, right there, looks great. This one right there, got a small little run right there, which is okay. I mean, on this entire slide, 5 runs on the whole thing, which is not bad. But look at this finish on this one right here. I mean, that is like glass. I mean, it's so good. And the blend line thing I'll show you guys is when we're hitting an area like this, so that lift was here, we're able to hit this, but we can't hit this area. So there's that little blend line there. Is what it is. Not great, not terrible. Again, considering what these things were. And then up top here, we hit all this yellow up into here. Obviously the water comes in right there, but we didn't want to hit this area because they're going to go through and wax that, make that look good. But yeah, I mean, even that orange one there looks great. The only problem though is now these things look so good, you can see all the dust, the water droplets on it. I mean, yeah, these things are going to need to be washed up and stuff. But anyway, what you guys are here for, this spot right here, like I was talking about, paint's not the greatest shape. So take our handy rattle can. All we're trying to do is make it look good. And it's actually kind of crazy. I would always get in trouble in my younger years for spray painting city property. Now I'm getting paid to do it. Anyway. So I'm doing this here. Just thought I'd at least talk to you guys about this whole project, what all went into it and everything like that here as a outro as we're finishing up here. So this job started about 2 years ago, and originally we were just gonna go through and polish everything up and actually apply a true ceramic coating. Well, knowing what I know about protective coatings, there are obviously different kinds. And the one we decided to use on this was IGO Aegis, which is a 2K clear. You just need to make sure you have a good, strong base to apply it on, which we did, luckily. Sorry, can't spray while talking apparently. But anyway, so yeah, so the entire slide is protected now. IGO Aegis is not a ceramic coating in the traditional sense of, you know, great hydrophobics, all the other stuff. I mean, it is a industrial 2K clear coat is what it is. But it is going to protect the slides from UV rays, reoxidation, hopefully for many years to come. I'm hopeful that we get 7 to 10 years. I know that's pretty broad, but I really do think that we could realistically foresee that. In combination with everything, took just a little bit over a week. I think in total it was about 8 days all said and done. I came in here on a Sunday by myself, kind of got a few things set up and halfway dialed in. Not the greatest because I didn't quite know what I was doing yet, but and of course being a Sunday, nobody was available to answer a phone call, which is okay. I understand. People got lives. I don't. All I do is work. So after having multiple questions and then finally getting a hold of the people that could answer it on Monday, that's when we really started going after it, was on Monday. And that's when we really started making some strides. was after that. So, but yeah. I think this looks pretty good. I feel like I should maybe take a picture for the gram, even though I don't ever post on it. Okay, I think we're gonna call that good. So obviously through everything that's painted here, with the exception of the yellow inside part, went through, pressure washed it all down. These slides are 20 years old this year, coming up in July, August, something like that. So in 20 years, you can imagine the layer of filth and gunk and fly crap and calcium, just everything that you could imagine was on those. So we went through it, pressure washed it all down. Great. And then we went through and scuffed it up with red Scotch-Brite. Much like wheels on a tractor or painting a car, you want to scuff it up so that way your paint or whatever you're putting onto the substrate can adhere properly. You know, that doesn't change no matter what. And then after that, we wiped every single surface down with a solvent, like a wax and grease remover, just to make sure that we didn't have any dust, dirt nibs, things like that. We just didn't want it to look crappy, you know, in terms of a reflection. That's how we're able to achieve something like this without any contaminants on there. Now, the only sad part is there are some, well, there's one panel in particular on here that for whatever reason the fiberglass was just shot. And no matter how I sprayed it, how I prepped it, it was not going to turn or come back. So in instances like that, it's kind of one of those, it is what it is, right? You know, we're not here to make this thing a show car finish type, but we're going to do the best that we can. We did actually end up sanding a few spots here and there. But other than that, I mean, it was a lot of hours. It wasn't simple, but it wasn't hard. It was somewhere in between. It was very repetitive is what it was. But now, I mean, as you can see, I mean, the reflection is just unreal all the way through. And we spent a little bit extra time. Anything below 15 feet, or basically essentially from that bar there down, really took the time to minimize orange peel, overspray, all that fun stuff, because that's what you're really going to see. Everything up there, you're not going to get up close and personal and see it. I mean, heck, there's a crack in the fiberglass right up in there, and some patchwork and stuff like that. You're going to see that through the paint no matter what we do, unless we were to maybe bondo it, sand it, make it look pretty. But that high up in the air, nobody's looking that far. But yeah, otherwise every single column is done, or every single piece I should say is done, all the way to the inside, where literally nobody's ever gonna see this ever, because you can't really see it from over there because this all blocks it. I mean, I'm standing at eye level right here, and yeah, you'll never see any of this, which is kind of sad, but it's okay. But yeah, and just up and around there, through, and you can see the sun reflecting on that yellow. It's actually halfway blinding it. I told them the real problem here is that this thing is going to be so shiny and so bright that people are going to have to wear sunglasses when they come to look at this, and that is holding true. So, like I said, all that done with the Aegis 2K clear. Same thing with this blue. The only bright side is that this blue over here, this texture hides everything. You know, we weren't worried about orange peel texture and all that other stuff. And this is kind of where I did my test in a way, or got my gun set up, which probably wasn't the smartest idea, because then I would go through up in there and I'd be like, okay, what the heck is happening here? Because I couldn't see the orange peel difference. And that just came down to, you know, how much product the gun was spitting out, my fan pattern, and my tip size. Once we got all that dialed in, I mean, it was off to the races. Yeah, it looks so freaking good. And once this pool, so you can imagine, once this pool gets filled up with water, and that reflection there of the water, the sun hitting the water back onto the slide, I mean, it's just, I think this is gonna shine up even more. And other than that, full cure. Later on this week, we should be at full cureness. It hasn't rained in about 2 weeks, give or take. So we lucked out there weather-wise. This orange one turned out really good compared to what it was. The only nuisance on this orange one was that after we sprayed it, you know, it was really tacky, really sticky, and we had a couple of bugs find their way onto it. Now, granted, most of them are gone now, just being washed away and everything. That was the only drawback, was that the bugs liked to stick onto that. Surprisingly, not a single one on the red or blue one, and those things are 20, if I had to guess, 20 times the length and size of this one, and this one has like all the bugs stuck onto it versus that one. So other than that, that's gonna do it for this video. I think you're gonna see a lot more of this. I think this is gonna be something kind of fun that we kind of do going forward. So that's gonna do it for this video. If you or some town or person that you know has a set of water slides that looked dull, old, faded, stuff like that, really there's nowhere in the country other than Alaska and Hawaii that I'd say probably not the East Coast, because that's way too far, but anywhere in the Midwest, kind of where we serve for agriculture equipment, anything central time zone, if I had to kind of sum it up in a way, and mountain technically too, I guess, we would come out there and do this exact same service on your guys' slides. So if you're interested, be sure to go ahead and give us a message or leave a comment down below. Be sure to share this. We do stuff for cities, private water parks, all that sort of stuff. I mean, the options are endless, but yeah, other than that, we will see you guys on the next video. Take care.